All right, so I quite like where we are right now. We have some tests that work. All of our tests are working. We have some problem-solving code that actually solves a real problem. So at this point, let's check our code in. And again, let's do a git space status. Okay, and what it tells me, quite interestingly, is that we've modified the git ignore and that we have done that. So let's do a git space add space dot. Okay, and let's do a git space status again. And it's showing me all the files that we've changed and added. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So we've have those new files. We've modified this file, and these files will also, and I may have changed these from before. Not 100% sure, but anyways, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do is a git space commit dash m, and what we've changed? We've added a mortgage calculator. Okay, so that's great. Okay, and we're going to do a git space push. I might have a problem doing that, but anyways, let's do a git space push. Okay, and it says I got to enter my key phrase. This works a little different than what you guys are used to, and don't worry about it. I've set up SSH. That is something that works a little bit different for you guys. But anyways, so what I've done is I've checked in those repositories, and now if I do a git space status, it still says it's modified these files. Git space add space dot, git space status. Oh, anyways, I might have to look at that in a second. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. I gotta get my key again. Already up to date. Dash M. Okay, your branch of state. Okay, I'm going to have a look and see what's going on, but I don't want to waste time on the video for doing that. But I would check the code in right now. I've got it at a really good place. Okay, so now that that code's been theoretically checked in, we'll just get rid of this then. Theoretically checked in, I'm going to now have create the HTML that we need for that. Okay, so in this directory right here, I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to create a file called index. Is that putting it in the right spot? I have a feeling it's not putting that in the right spot. That's putting it in the scripts directory. Okay, I do not want it there. I think that's putting it in the right place now. So index.html. Yeah, that's right. All right, and again, I don't want to bore you guys with all the boring details. So of course, we'll have a look at it, but I've already written that part of it, or I've borrowed that part of it. Okay, I'm going to show you. So this is generally what I do. So because this has been pretty borrowed code, I always reference inspired and much code has been copied from this right here. Okay, inspiration and much code has been copied from here. So this explains a little bit about it. But anyways, we won't spend any time about it. So it's an HTML file that's got some code in it. This is actually using a form, and even though I told you not to use a form, or that's not my preferred method of doing it, these guys did it pretty classy, so I'm going to just stick with it. That works fairly well. And in this case, I'm actually bringing in a index.script file. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm You just comment that out. I'm going to save this guy. And then, yes, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run live server with it. Okay, open in live server. Voila. And as you can see, we didn't want to go through the boring part of doing this, but here's our code. Right now it doesn't do anything, right? But of course, you know we're going to change that. All right, so again, this is a good place to stop again. I'm just going to stop and make sure everything is set up the way it should be.